Students in UK did some field work to compare to residential area of the inner city. They divided their investigation into two parts. First, they studied the environment of the areas, and second, they investigated. But let me leave all of that. So we decided to investigate hypothesis. So by now, everybody knows what hypothesis is. So you have to here. So before they began their fieldwork, the student went with their teacher to practice their survey in an area near the school. So just two reasons why they did a practice survey. Of course, why do you do a demo? To have idea of what the real thing will look like. That's one. To agree on the method that you will use. You need to learn to familiarize yourself on what a survey is like. To know, to experience how it is to work in groups, how it is to collaborate. These are things that you may not have done before. So you just need to do that to have an idea of how it will be. So explain how the student will organize and carry out their fieldwork survey using the form shown in figure 2.2. Okay, so let's go to that form in insert. There's a form here. Okay, here's the form. And let me rotate it to be clockwise. Okay, so how would they use this form to carry out the survey? So students they are in a group. They go to a location in that area. Then when they get there, they agree on the time they are going to do the survey, whether it's going to be 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., or whatever. So they have to circle the Radcliffe on the survey. So that means they circle the area. So you have to decide. You have to circle the area. Then the student now decide the score among themselves. They agree on the score. You understand? Agree score. So, for example, what is going to be given to this area? Housing design. So this housing design, you might have to agree that, what should we score it from here? Condition of the building. Maybe if it is so terrible, well, that means this is the least here, and this is the highest. So you can now use your judgment to agree on that. Then you record it on the form. So you fill the form and all of that. So I think that is it. So from here, people can have an idea of what to do. So let me move on quickly. The results of the fieldwork survey are shown in table 2.1 insert. So they want you to complete. I believe everybody knows this. So complete figure 2.3 below. So the key is there. So how do we complete it? That means we'll go back to table 2.1. Table 2.1 on the insert. Okay, here is table 2.1. So we have to go back to previous view. No. Let's see. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let me just rotate it. Because you won't have all this problem because they're not going to give you this kind of exam. No. Rotate clockwise. Then rotate one more time. Okay, so from here, these are the ones you are going to plot. Those ones in bold are the ones. So traffic +2, vandalism and gravity 3, litter +1. So what is the key for plus 2 plus 3, 1. Let me just try to plot it. So I think liter is what? So just plot it here. This is liter. And what are we plotting? Let me just check again for the last time. We are plotting for Ratcliffe, traffic plus 2. Let me just plot 2 out of it. I leave that out. Traffic plus 2, vandalism and gravity plus 3. So traffic, so Ratcliffe is this one. So traffic plus 2. So where is plus 2 there? Vandalism and gravity plus 3. So if you join it, you join it with a straight line. What was that last one? I think it's plus 1. So plus 1 is that last one. It should be straight line, no, don't go and I'm just using freehand because so if you use okay, there's even a straight line I can use there, but that's just what you have to do. I believe you know. So let me run. What conclusion would the student make about hypothesis 1? Radcliffe has a better quality of environment than most banks using the evidence from figure 2.3 and 2.1. So the hypothesis is true. As you can see in the Radcliffe, there is higher total score there, more positive descriptions. Most of them are positives. Then score for each category is higher. Yes, all score for each category is higher. They're all positive description, but most bank has negative description. So Radcliffe has a better quality of housing because positive, the more positive you are, the better the quality. And the more negative you are, the less quality. If you check, go back to it. From here, you can see a lot of positive. House design, why this one has negative, negative, negative. Why this one has positive, positive, positive. So that means there should be a comparison. There should be a comparison. So make sure you do a comparison. Figure 2.3, use both to talk about it. So basically, the hypothesis is true. That will fetch you 1 mark. Then find like 3, 4 facts from there to talk. And that should get you the 4 marks. For most bank, lower total score, more negative description for most bank. Scores for each category is lower. They are all negative description, but Radcliffe has positive description. So now listen to what is supposed to be the criteria. So 1 mark reserved for peer data. That means you have to peer data. Then credit 2 marks for data. The total for most bank -10 and Radcliffe is 9. So yes. So the total for most bank is -10, which is low. For Radcliffe is 9. So 6 positive scores for Radcliffe and no positive for most bank. 4 negative for most bank and 6 positive for Radcliffe. So your comparison can come in any form. So in any way you do it, you get your format there. So to investigate hypothesis 2, student blah, 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 blah. Name and describe one sampling method the student could use to select 25 people. So just talk about any of the sampling, systematic, pick at a system, maybe at a regular pattern, random sampling, you pick at a random, maybe just to anybody you meet, stratify sampling, you follow a particular age, a particular gender, a particular, any order you are using. So that is it. So please pick any of systematic, random or stratified to do it. Now, explain why it was necessary for the student to take a sample of people. So why would you, they're just asking for the importance of sampling here. You know, sampling help to save time, it saves time. You can't ask everybody, there's a larger crowd. So how you just need to pick a portion of the crowd. So you need to have a sample. So that is just it. And if you don't sample, you might be forced to do work that has a lot of data that is difficult to analyze and all of that. So that is it. So just say two things there. The questionnaire is shown in figure 2.4 insert in the first blah, 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 blah. So compare the resident results in table 2.2 with those of the student in 2.1. So let's go to the insert and check the 2.2 with the resident results in 2.1. Okay, let me just show you this. So, student result, what can we say about this result? Resident result for the two areas are nearer in total. Yes. Look at the total. Total score here is +5, +9, -1, -10. So that is, I think, so they are, the answer are in normal, they are around the same range. Okay, there's a smaller variation as well. There's a smaller variation in that smaller variation, 19 difference for student and 6 difference for residents. Okay, the variation is smaller. Then what else can we say about here? Then the resident results are lower than student results for Radcliffe. Why residents 5 and student 9? So resident results are higher than student results. More positive results in most banks. Basically, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So resident results are higher than student results for Radcliffe. Why for most banks? -10 here and here -1. So this is higher than this. And this is lower than this. Suggest 2 reasons why results are shown in table 2.1 and 2.2 are different. So what 2 reasons can we say? So, maybe one of the reasons can be that the students might be biased in their opinion. Maybe students and resident opinion are subjective. Yes, these are something that have to do with opinion. So there might be subjective. And again, the result is a snapshot of one time. In other words, it's just like something that happens at a time. It's not necessarily something that can change at any time. So maybe it's something that it was just the mood of those people at that time. It's just the mood of those people at that time that determines that. The background differs too. The background differs. The background of the student differs. They have different backgrounds. So that will affect their reasoning. So this one, I believe everybody can do this. Student has right to give their opinion, which is to plot in the opinion. So I don't think I have student that can plot this. Just the keys are there. This is the one you have to plot. Community spirits. Let me just check the So that's the sample of the questionnaire. And now here is the for the student opinion. So which one we asked to plot here? Let's go back. Well, if you go, use the result in table 2.3. So table 2.3 plot. Okay, this one here, 24739. So 24739. So 24732. So this is 5. 1, 2, 3. So for 2 will be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is 2. So then 4. That 4 will be 8. 8 of the bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be no. Sorry, I'm plotting on the wrong place. We've already done this once. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the other one? Let me see. 2, 4, 5. Is it 5? Let me just check the last time. 2, 4, 7, 3, 9. 2, 4, 7, 3, 9. 2, 4, 7, 3. I hope I won't forget. 2, 4, 7, 3. So 7 will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1 bar is half. So 7, 10, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes. So 2. Then I put the key. I know many of you can do this, but I just want to do it for the sake of those that still struggle with these kind of things. So excellence, good, satisfactory. Okay, let me just follow it in that order. So excellence is so excellence would be like, I believe once you got this right, the rest should be simple. So this is the excellence. That's the key for excellence, which is 2. Then good. What is the key for good? Good is dot, 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 dot. Yes, by now I believe everybody should know should have idea what I'm doing. So I'll stop here. Dot, dot, dot. So you complete that. Satisfactory. Okay, satisfactory is like this. Just like excellence. And I still eventually end up doing everything. That's poor. That's poor. Then very poor. So that is it. Everybody should be able to do this. So let me run. I don't intend to make this video too long, but it's already getting long. Forgive me if I'm irritating you with some of these things I'm doing. I'm very, very irritating. I know. Especially when you know it. Yeah. Mr. Lawa, move on. What's all this nonsense? We know this. I know students that will talk like that. But let's just do it for the sake of those that do not know this. The student conclusion that hypothesis 2, residents of Radcliffe have a better quality of life than residents of Moose Bank was false. What evidence from table 2.3 and figure 2.5 supports this conclusion? So, where do we get that from? I think, well, I'm checking something here, so just to make it fast. I just don't want to answer from my head. So, basically, residents' opinion higher for most bank. Residents says most bank has higher quality of life. So, few poor housing, very poor for most bank, or more poor, very poor for Radcliffe. Resident opinion are higher for most banks. So that's it. So you don't need to say it's false again. If you say false, it won't fetch you any mark. They've already told you it's false. So just go for the evidence. So more evidence, more excellent, good, more excellent for most bank, fewer excellent for Radcliffe, fewer poor for most bank, and very few more poor for Radcliffe. So credit 1 mark maximum for peer total data to support this conclusion. None of that. Credit 1 mark maximum for peer data of an individual aspect, e.g. 6 opinion of excellent peaks in most banks and 1 in Radcliffe, 5 of. In other words, you have to be comparative. That's what they are trying to say. You must be comparative. You must be comparative in your answer. If you don't compare, you only get half of the mark. But if you say this one has more positive than this one has less negative than this, or more positive than this, that will fetch you more mark. Describe a piece of fieldwork the student could do to compare housing in Radcliffe. Most bank, include the following in your description. Which feature of the housing they could look at, and all of that. So they should look at the features such as roof, windows, walls, paintwork, gutters. Look at other features such as gardens, driveway, fencing. Look at the type of housing, height, building materials, age, density, prices. So you look at the quality of the house, like the roof, the window, the walls. So which feature of the house? They can look at the windows, look at the roof. So what method can you use? You can use a survey index, a bipolar survey, few sketches, photographs, count. You can count. You can say, oh, let's count bad houses, let's count the good ones, let's count the quality ones, and all of that. A survey index, a bipolar survey, just like you are going out to do a survey and you have maybe your necessary. If you want to learn more about bipolar survey, you can just Google and read about it. Photographs of the buildings. So you have the photograph of the building, just go ahead and use it. Maybe you've taken a photograph of an area, so you can just look at these are bad buildings, good ones, all of that. Or you get the secondary data. Maybe there's a data somewhere, a website somewhere where you can get prices and all of that. Then, how can you record your results? You can put results in tables, add scores, if appropriate, calculate average, put results in bar graph. So you can use a graph to represent it. You can use You can use a table. You can use a table to do it, and blah, 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 blah. So you can put it in a table for this. You can use tables, you can use graph, you can use charts, method, you can use few sketches, photographs, counts, they are counting the houses and all of that. And what feature of housing they look at? Maybe the roof, check the windows, the painting, is it how big it is, does it have gardens and all of that. That's for the last question there. So thank you very much. I believe these two questions will help to give you a good exam. So bye bye. Sorry if it has been very long, but just at your convenience, go through it. Wish you well in your exams. Cheers. See you.